All right. I've gone through your computer's browser history, and you seem to have a type.
The Dark Souls, bitch! Wait.
Yo, this is ZVD. This is my wild card for the Florida Beatbox Battle 2024. Open my eyes and see new horizons. Open my eyes and see through disguises. Open my eyes, fan. See new horizons. Open my eyes, fan. See through disguises. Oh.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?
Hold on, man.
Open my eyes, see through disguises.
Oh my god!
What the fuck is going on? 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 What the fuck is going
Wow. Wow. ZVD, bro. Wow. What a crazy wild card, bro. That exceeded my expectations. People were coming in to my chat and saying, gotta watch ZVD, gotta watch ZVD. Obviously, I was gonna watch it anyway, but you know, when I get so many people saying to watch something, obviously there's something that sticks out and makes it special. So that ultimately rises my expectations to what I should expect. And watching previous wildcards from ZVD, you know, his Grand B-Box Battle wildcards in particular, absolutely next level, right? So I knew the kind of caliber of beatboxer ZVD is. I've listened to him many times in the past. But what can I say? Like, I think this might be my favorite. No, it is. It's definitively my favorite that I've heard from him. But this is truly something special, I think. Everything about this, like everything that encapsulates this wildcard just completely vibes with what I love about like the solo beatbox scene, like the style overall, like the sounds he was using in there. Oh my god, like structure on the next level. You know, the atmosphere as well, man. Just like the entire, again, like the vibe of this wildcard was so good. It just pushed the boundaries of what like I thought, you know, solo beatbox, the capability of solo beatbox was. And I've been watching for like over 10 years, like a decade and a half. And even till this day, there's people that still come around and just absolutely blow my mind. Man, like that one part, bro, that like high pitched, I don't even know what you'd want to call that sound. It sounded like a fucking like alien, but it sounded so full and complete. And just like going from the low pitching to that really high pitch. Then immediately following up with like this crazy bass line. Oh man. That one was absolutely crazy. That's the best wildcard so far for this competition. Probably not even close, man. I liked a lot of them so far. But this one was just... Wow, man. Hats off to ZVD. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, that's truly, like, incredible. Yeah, nothing really much else for me to say. It's really hard to like try to analyze that because that's just next level, and I don't even understand half the things he was doing in there. So yeah, we're just gonna move on. That's a guaranteed in. If that doesn't get in, then the world is going to blow up and nothing is reality anymore. So all right, let's move on to the next wildcard.
This is KERANG representing Indonesia, Tangerang Beatbox, and this is my wildcard for Florida Beatbox Battle 2024. Yep. Gotcha.
Damn. Sick. All right. Eddie KERANG. Very good wildcard. Man. I don't watch too much of Addy, but every time I do, he just improves. I feel like he's been around for a while too. I can't remember the first time I've heard him. I think I might have been like back in like 2019, if you guys remember. I can't remember what the competition was called. I think it was like Wolf something. I remember D-Lo doing like a showcase there particularly, and that's how I found out about that competition. But yeah, around that era I first heard him. So it's been like 4 or 5 years. Haven't heard too much about him. Hasn't really been around too much in like the international scene. But man, like every time I do hear him, like in these wildcards, he always has like a killer kind of like style. And this one was like very good in particular. Notably, some like cool sounds in there, like his inward drum sounds is really, really nice. Like some sick combinations in there for sure. Yeah, this one was just a very, very solid wildcard. Very clean, very well structured as well. And yeah, I would not be surprised to see this go in. Although there is I think there's only 8 spots. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong there. So this competition has been absolutely stacked so far, and we have so many more to go to watch. So it's hard for me to say if he'll definitively get in, but I think like that kind of like style and like the cleanliness and the structure will probably bode well to the judges, I think. So we'll have to see at the end of the day, but I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, let's move on to the next wildcard.
Yo, OSIS, Florida wildcard.
Struck up rhythm, said crack your head upside. Slick up the spot and spin up the joyride. Feeling is meek, but it doesn't subside. Body old heads when I crack their head upside. Crack your head upside. Struck up rhythm, said crack your head upside. Fusion.
Oh.
Struck up rhythm, said crack your head upside.
All right, sick. So OSIS, you know, falls into line with everything we've heard from him in the past, probably as well in the future. He just has this kind of very distinctive kind of style, never really strays away from it. Very dark, hard-hitting, tech, bass-heavy kind of style, and I really like that. His style just encapsulates like the perfect kind of battle style you'd want, like going into competition. So like for him to kind of come in with something like this, like he usually does for a wildcard, doesn't surprise me, but it's also very, very, very effective. So what else can you say, man? I just love OSIS kind of style. Everyone already knows that, who watches me. And yeah, this one reminds me a lot of the stuff that we saw from him very recently. Just the kind of like structure and whatnot, and like, yeah, the lyrics though, man, I already forget it, but something about like beat you upside the head. And so it's so in line with OSIS. Only from him you'd hear like lyrics like that, and it just like fits him so well. Just like his kind of like personality, and in the beatbox scene at least. I don't know the guy personally, but like when he beatboxes, he always comes off so violent, and it just works so well. So yeah, I love it. Love to hear that stuff from him. So yeah, let's move on to the next wildcard.
Yo, c'est VINO de Vancouver, Canada, et c'est ma wildcard pour le Florida Beatbox Battle 2024. Sipping on VINO. Don't wanna blow up your spot. Loving on me like you hate me a lot. Put a ring on you, I might. So you're leaving a bit, now you staying the night. One up, beep, with no one else but me. Play the fool. Got games, but I stay cool. Take your time, won't do what's low is fine. Play it yourself, cause I got feels for no one else. I got feels for no one else. I got feelings for nobody else. You were just playing yourself. Just blow up that spot. Don't wanna blow up your spine. Loving on me like you hate me a lot.
All right, so we got Vino here. I believe he attended the last Florida, right? If I remember correctly. He had a lot of nice battles in there. I think he battled Napalm in there. Biscuit, if I remember correctly. That wasn't actually too long ago. At least some of the videos were uploaded maybe like half a year ago or so. But yeah, so Vino here. I guess you want to call him a veteran of this competition. He's been there, done that with this particular competition. He knows the format. He knows what's required of him like going in. So, you know, that only helps someone in the long run. In terms of the wildcard though, you know, very, very solid. That just goes without saying for Vino. He's one of those guys who's just very consistent with his beatbox craft. You don't really see anything particularly like bad from Vino. Nothing is like a miss for him. Everything just like kind of works out for him. In terms of like his wildcards and, you know, just like him as a beatboxer in general, he's very consistent again. So yeah, I like Vino a lot. I like the way he kind of like intertwines his musicality with his like technicality. He does that very, very well. Most of his tracks kind of play out that way. Some sort of like vocals with a start of like musicality, then it kind of like devolves into like this kind of like tech heavy breakdown and whatnot. So yeah, very classic Vino in this, but also, you know, kind of improving on what he already does very well, I think. So, and then another very solid wildcard, man. This is a hard competition to judge. I would not want to judge this. For me personally, I think there's probably like 2 people who are like guaranteed in right now. Then there's like obviously everyone else who are like on that fine line of like getting in, but I've only saw like 11 of them so far. But God, this competition is absolutely like next level. So it's gonna be really tough for the judges, I think, this time around. But yeah, let's move on to the next wildcard.
Hey, my name is SASHE, and this is my solo wildcard for the Florida Beatbox Battle 2024. You sit by my side. I'm gonna fly away from her. You are not the one. You wait for right. I'm gonna fight.
So that was SASHE. I haven't heard too much of this guy before. I don't even remember the last what it was for. It was definitely sometime this year, but yeah. I remember listening to him previously. He reminded me of like the kind of vibe and style that he had. Reminded me a lot of Antilt. Kind of carrying over here into this wildcard a lot more. Also, this one, although this one was a little bit more distinctive than that, to be fair. But yeah, this might be one of the more unique wildcards we heard here. Yeah, very slow tempo though, very slow paced. Might want to say a little bit basic, but also the structure, you know, also complex, right? Even though, like we say, simple, but at the same time, like this is a very high level simplicity, if that makes sense. It's not like you're just going in with basic sounds. It's still complex, but like the pacing of it is very simplistic in nature. How it kind of like matches up against all these other wildcards, I'm not really sure. You kind of need like that certain kind of like I guess like it appeals to a certain kind of like a listener. There's a lot of things in here you can appreciate, like actually a very good, well-structured routine. But it's really hard to say because like everything else we heard was just kind of like what much different style. So I'm not saying like being different is like a detriment to getting in. It just stands out, I guess. You know, it just kind of like stands out from the pack, and whether that's a good thing or not, we'll have to see from the judges. For me personally, not my favorite kind of style when it comes to beatboxing, but I can definitely appreciate like the art, right? I can definitely appreciate where he's coming from. You can kind of like feel the passion inside of the making, you know. So yeah, cool stuff from SASHE. We'll have to see at the end of the day where he falls in the pack. So let's move on to the next wildcard.
This is PACMAX, and this is my wildcard for the Florida Beatbox Battle 2024. See you in Tokyo.
Tokyo. Potentially filmed before Grand Beatbox Battle, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so we have PACMAX here. You know, PACMAX has been finding a lot of success recently in the beatbox scene, the solo beatbox scene, obviously. Don't want to reveal too much. I don't know if that would be spoiler territory, but we'll just leave it at that. So seeing him here in this wildcard, I haven't really seen his success in these other competitions because the videos aren't like public yet. Obviously they're like there's crowd perspective videos and stuff, but I don't want to watch that. So I've seen some of it, like leading up to the eventual like victory, you know. But and yeah, he's obviously leveled up significantly here. This wild card here, though, there's one big glaring issue, and I think it's very obvious. The audio is just not there, you know. I love what he did here. I love the ideas. You can tell it's crazy, like a crazy routine, like an almost like I want to say like an epic beatbox routine here. But man, that audio leaves a lot to be desired. You know, just the levels were just going up and down, up and down. I think he was maybe filming it from a phone, maybe just like laying on the table, and you kind of tell how he's going in and out through the camera, trying to pick up things that he wants it to be heard a little bit more. So yeah, that one needed like a proper mic and like a sound master, I think, to really push it to the next level. Whether or not he gets in, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of competition, a lot of people who use a better sound setup here that potentially could make it over PACMAX here. But again, like, he's just that good that maybe it won't even really matter that much at the end of the day. But I think we really needed like some sort of better sound setup there for that one. Maybe it was like a last minute thing. Maybe he was like just like chilling in a hotel or something. I don't know. He said see you in Tokyo, so I'm going to assume if it's not a troll, then maybe he's just you know, it was filmed before Grand Beatbox Battle. I don't know. But yeah, I want to see more from PACMAX. I want to see those official videos. But yeah, let's move on to the next wildcard.
I'm Maxo from Bulgaria, and this is my wildcard video for the Florida Beatbox Battle 2024. Hands up. Flow.
Oh, it's a crazy snare, bro. Oh. Oh man, that last part was awesome. All right, we have Maxo here. So Maxo, man, he's been around for a little bit, but this year in particular, he's kind of been like skyrocketing in popularity. I guess like for good reasons. He's kind of been putting himself out there a little bit more, making it through to all these like international events and getting a lot of recognition from people online through the videos, obviously. And also just his kind of style plays very, very well to like every person who's a fan of beatbox, right? Just because like he doesn't really come in with the, like these crazy special sounds. He reminds me a lot of like the older version of Collapse, even modern day Collapse, where he kind of utilizes more of like the basic sounds, like, you know, just like the drums, right? And that pretty much encapsulates the most of what his beatboxing kind of style is. It's just mainly like drumming, not too many like special, crazy, like flary, flashy sounds going out everywhere. Like not just like crazy new school like tech with these combinations that are like, you know, that you never heard before. It's just, he uses basic sounds and he utilizes them very, very well. Just kind of like in that realm of like what we see from Collapse. And you know, this routine in particular might not be the best example of that, because he did utilize some crazy like alien bass in there. He also had this one particular snare that was like really interesting that I haven't really heard that kind of snare before. But again, I think like overall it still applies to kind of Maxo. So yeah, really enjoyed this wildcard. Again, competition's very, very high, so it's hard to say, but this is a very good wildcard. So we'll have to see where he falls as well at the end of the day. So let's move on to the next wildcard.
Oh, hey, this is ABX from India, and this is my wildcard video submission for Florida Beatbox Championship 2024. I try to describe. I failed many times. I try to describe. I failed many times. I don't know how many times. I try to describe. I failed many times. I don't know how many times. I don't give a fuck if you're trying to die. Yep. I meant what I said.
Ah.
What?
Oh my god, bro. All right, ABX. That sounded like a. They give me the same vibe as like a movie soundtrack, or as like a score, like a main theme for some sort of like like blockbuster movie or something. The same kind of vibe. That wild card led Ashen for sure. Wish he had a better mic audio though. God, that needed like some mastered audio or something, or actual like microphone. I think he might have been using a phone, kind of like PACMAX was. But yeah, I love the ideas on this one. You know, watching like ABX over the like last few years, he had a lot of like ambitious kind of ideas in previous stuff that you hear from him, just like shoutouts, like wildcards like this. But it was always just ambitious at the end of the day. Like it never really like came together. Like not all the pieces were put in place. I think he's getting really close here. Not quite there fully yet. He's very, very, very close, I think. You kind of seen that middle portion, the breakdown. There's some next level stuff in there. Crazy, crazy combos. But just like everything else around it, not quite there yet. But I can see it. I can see it. Like I can hear it. I can see where his head's going. Yeah, he just needs to keep at it. He just needs to keep doing this stuff. And then, like, once he finally breaks through, he'll just be like an absolute god of like creation of like I don't even know, I don't want to call it like musicality, but he has this like own distinct kind of style. So like the creation of his kind of like own unique kind of style is like a dominant force ultimately. So yeah, crazy stuff from ABX. I wish that one had a better audio, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what he does in the future, if we can finally push through those barriers, I think. But I think he will, because it's very close. So that is the final wildcard of this video. We'll have more. There's just a lot to go through. I think maybe the next video, which will also have 8, will probably be the last one. There's just too many stuff to react to. You know, we got the Grand Beatbox Battle stuff coming out. And also, there's other competitions I want to listen to. The 2v2 loop station from Clip Community. That's one. And I'm sure, I think there's another competition that's going to be releasing soon as well. I can't remember on the top of my head, but yeah, a lot of stuff to listen to. So ultimately, got to cut this one a little bit short. Obviously, ideally, I'd like to go through most of them, but that's just not a reality. Just the timing's kind of bad. There's a lot of stuff to go through. So, and you know, this isn't a job for me. This is a part-time hobby, and I'm not going to sit here and react to beatbox videos all day for like an entire week. You know, I got a life that I have to live outside. So, but you guys know that. You don't really need to be preaching that stuff. That's just the reality of things. So, but yeah, really enjoyed the stuff I heard from here. Man, I'm still thinking about that ZVD track, even until the end here. It's just stuck in my mind. I'm gonna go back and listen to that like immediately. Absolutely crazy. So if you guys enjoyed what you heard here, go check out the original videos. Links in the description, like always. Go check out their channels as well. If you want to support me though, leave a like on this video. Sub to my channel. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next beatbox reaction video.